guys, and welcome back to Spoonful of Horror. I'm your host Alicia, and for today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my top 4 favorite horror remakes. And for this list I could only put remakes that I've seen the original to, so things like John Carpenter's The Thing, which I know is a great movie. I've never seen the original, so I could not put it on this list. I could only do things that I've seen the original too, so I can compare it, because how would you call it a good remake if you can't compare it to the original? So jumping right into it, I'm going to start at number 4, which is going to be, I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for this, but it is going to be My Bloody Valentine, the remake that came out in 2009. And the original I didn't see until a lot of years after the remake came out. Not because I seen it like on the Fairnet, on Comcast, on demand, and I didn't watch it all the way through, which I should have, and I wish I did. But I was young and it looked older, so I kind of was like, I mean, I don't know, whatever. But this movie, I love the killer in this movie. He has a very unique look to him and a very scary look to him, and I was scared shitless of the minor man. Still am. Like, if I seen somebody in that costume, I would not walk near them, because in the back of my mind it might be Harry Warden or Axel or Tom. So I love the story of it being set like in this little town, and it's like a legend almost that they don't believe is true, but they know it happened, so they know that Harry Warden was a person and everything. But it was like a legend of him coming back. Nobody believed that he would come back, but then he did, and then he wound up dying for real in the remake. And then Tom took his place. Crazy Tom. But even though there are some parts in there that I wish I could change, it's still, to me, a good movie. And I know a lot of people don't like the 3D thing too much. I didn't see it in 3D. I was too young, I think, to watch it in movie theater. But it didn't bother me that it was in 3D. The CGI, some of the deaths, like one of the deaths that I really do like, and I wish that they would have done better in the beginning, where he like shovels the girl's mouth into the beam, the wall, whatever they were near. Had they done it more practical, I feel like it would have looked better. I think I've seen a little behind the scene video of them with the practical head, and I feel like it would have looked better than what we got. But like, that's, you know, whatever. They do have to go a route that's the easier way sometimes to get things done. So you get what you get sometimes. But I do like that movie, and I do love the minor man. He's probably one of the most underrated villains, but I love his look and I love him as a villain. So, which brings us to my number 3, which is going to be a more recent remake, It, Chapter 1. And this movie is on here not because it's scary, which one scene did really scare the shit out of me, the projector scene, which probably a lot of people, especially because I was watching this home alone at night by myself in my room, so I definitely was scared. But I think it was more a coming of age story that was more, it was fun. It was fun to watch these kids. It was scary for us to watch these kids go through these terrifying things and have to stand up to basically this big ass bully that nobody wants to help them with. Nobody, even though they know something's going on, they act like it's not going on, because that's the best thing to do, I guess, in this town, because the clown has such a hold on everybody in the town. My number 2 is going to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake that came out in 2003, that I watched over and over and over again, that scared the hell out of me my whole childhood. That I thought, because I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people, if not everybody, thought that it was a real story, even though technically I guess it is based on a true story, but not the story that we see. So I was scared shitless of Leatherface. He is the scariest Leatherface in the whole franchise. Even he's better to me. He's better than Gunnar Hansen. I love Gunnar Hansen, and I love the original, which I didn't see the original until my teenage years. So maybe I'm a little more biased towards the remake. But it's just everything that the original did. It ramped it up 1,000, and it got everything right. To like, for me, it was the way you should do your remake, like from start to finish. And I feel like if they had got Leatherface like completely wrong, it could have damaged the whole movie. But because he is such a powerhouse of a Leatherface, he is the best Leatherface. Leatherface himself is a great reason, probably the main reason you want to watch this movie. But also Sheriff Hoyt, which kind of, he scared me more than Leatherface, honestly, as a child and still as an adult. He was scary as hell. He's so gritty and nasty and mean, but even though you don't get the hitchhiker and all those lovely characters from the original, I feel like they did a good job replacing them with characters that are equally disturbing, if not more, and scary as hell. So yeah. Bringing us to my number one, which is going to be the Friday the 13th remake, which I'm probably going to get shit from for that one too, because a lot of people seem not to like it, but I don't understand why not. Like, it has everything that a Friday the 13th movie should have, even though it doesn't 100% capture the essence of the older Friday the 13th movies. In a way it does, but in like the atmosphere it doesn't, kind of, yeah, but it's more sleek, it's more modern, it's scarier, honestly, because I hadn't seen a lot of the older Friday the 13th movies until I got older, like part 4, which has my favorite Jason. But this Jason legitimately scared me. Like, none of them could really scare me because I already knew who Jason, like, I knew all about Jason for the most part. So when I did see this was like the shot to the system that I needed, because this Jason scared the hell out of me. I wasn't really that big a fan of part 2 Baghead Jason, but I feel like in this one they got it right. They did him right. And also I like that, you know, they don't really, like, they kind of breeze over the Pamela angle. They let it be known that he's still a mama's boy, and he watched her die, and that's why he started killing and all that. But I like that they just show, like, basically a little flashback of it, and then we go on to the next thing. We don't just, like, we already know how that panned out. We don't need a retread of, which, I mean, honestly though, I kind of do want to see a remake to where they remake it all about Pamela and not Jason. But honestly, for that movie, I feel like Jason was the better focus because he was just great. It was a great Jason. Like, I don't think anybody really was going to want to see the Pamela at that time, especially, maybe now, but at that time I don't think everybody would have been psyched to see the Pamela storyline rebooted. So I think, well, the Pamela movie rebooted. So I think they did the right thing when they rebooted this franchise by just making it, you know, having a backstory, showing you what it is, and then going straight to Jason doing his thing. I don't know why it gets a lot of shit, but I like it a lot. I love the Jason, and that's why it's my number one. But also, I do want to throw in that I was tempted to put the 2007 Halloween because I love the Michael Myers from those movies. Well, that movie. I didn't really like him too much in the 2009 H2, but I feel like he doesn't get a lot of recognition because of the movie that he was in, or the movies that he was in, because Taylor May was a great Michael Myers. He was awesome as fuck, and he was scary as fuck. And I was so tempted to put Halloween on this list, but the only thing stopping me from it was the beginning of that movie. I just couldn't get over it. Like, I love that movie, but I hate that part. So I couldn't get over it enough to put it on this list. But if I had an honorable mention, it would be that. But this has just been my list, guys. And if you want to let me know your favorite horror remakes, you can always write it down in the comments below. Let's start a conversation and get it going. And always like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can always be notified when I drop a new video. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.